Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This morning I'm coming to you with a promise I made to you on the chit chat video. You know, I on that pre-Thanksgiving chit chat video, I did the I showed you 2 cakes. One of them I even shared a slice with you, and that is the one that I'll be baking this morning. I told you I was going to share that recipe with you. And what I'm going to do this morning, I have all the ingredients that you're going to need for that cake. I have it lined it up. And I'm going to have my husband to come over and I'm going to have my husband to come over and show.
Call from Alabama. Call.
Excuse me, you guys. Let me take this and call.
Call from.
Excuse me. I'm back, you guys. I'm sorry I had to step out to take that call because we're not editing real good, chat. We're gonna get there, but we don't know how to edit a lot of the things out. My husband don't know how to edit a lot of things out, and I don't know how to edit anything out. So that call gonna be in the video. But I'm gonna get back to where I started from, and probably in a minute I'll tell you why I did take that call in the middle of the video, because normally I don't. Okay, so what we gonna do? He's going to come over and I'm going to go over the ingredients with you just as thoroughly as I possibly can. And if you don't understand something or miss something, drop me a comment and I will give you a better understanding of it. The reason I am doing this is because I do not list the ingredients and stuff in the description box. You know, I told you guys I don't use the computer well enough to do all of that. So what you're gonna have to do is just start going back and reviewing the videos and see what, you know, how much or whatever I said. And if you can't get it from that, it's easier if you just drop me a comment like some of you already have, which I really appreciate it. And then I just, you know, told you what to do. So okay, without any more talking, I'm going to let my husband come over and get a little closer. And I'm going to tell you the ingredients we're going to need for the brown sugar pound cake. A very delicious pound cake. I've been making it for years. And I feel if you decide to make it or try it, you will thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, you ready? Okay. First off, you're going to need... Do you want me to pick it up? Mm-hmm. It may be better if you stand over in front of it or stand closer.
Go ahead.
Okay, you're going to need 3 cups of the all-purpose flour. Whatever brand that you like, that's your preference, go for it. But I use 3 cups of the all-purpose flour, and it's better known as plain flour or whatever. Now, you might want to use cake flour in this recipe. I will see what I have never used cake flour before in it. Okay, you're gonna need three cups of that, and you're gonna need and I'm gonna go back to the flour and tell you how to do the flour. Okay, you're gonna need 1 cup of just regular granulated white sugar, 1 cup. And then this is 1 cup of packed brown sugar, light brown sugar. Packed light brown sugar. Okay, you're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then you're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt. And you're gonna need I think it's a teaspoon. I'll make sure when I come back and mixing it up, I'll tell you, but I think you need a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's kind of hard to remember this stuff when I think about it. But and then skipping up to this, you're gonna need 1 cup. This is a cup of nuts, just chopped nuts. I always kind of grind my nuts up. I got a nut grinder. You know, I showed y'all before in another video what I use to grind my nuts up. But you're going to need 1 cup of the nuts. And then you're going to need Right here I got 2 sticks of butter. You can use salted or unsalted. And I got 6 large eggs. 6 large eggs. Okay, and you're going to need 1 cup of milk. 1 cup of whole milk. 1 cup of whole milk. And then you're going to need a teaspoon of butter extract. Butter extract, 1 teaspoon. And then you're going to need a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Really surprised I'm doing this way. Okay, let's pop back to the flour first. Okay, when I leave off to come back and mix this up, I'm gonna take the 3 cups of flour, and that half a teaspoon of the baking powder, and the half teaspoon of salt, and that teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm gonna be putting it in my sifter and sift that all together. That's what I want to tell you about that. Okay, and this cake is baked on 325 degrees for 1 hour and 15 minutes. But you know you got to go in and test it to see if it's done, because it's baking a cake and all of that stuff, you guys. It's according to how your oven bakes. Now sometimes your oven may bake a little faster than others or whatever, but in an hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 15 minutes, you go in and test it with your toothpick, and if it's come back out clean, then the cake is baked. So I'm gonna step off a minute and go in and get my mixer and get ready to mix it up, and then I'll talk with you guys a little more. Be right back. Okay guys, there was one other ingredients I forgot to tell you you need, and that's a half a cup of Crisco. 1/2 cup of Crisco. I'm a little off this morning, so that's the reason I missed that. I'm a little off. 1/2 cup of Crisco. Now I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, we're back, and I already got there 2 sticks of butter and that 1/2 cup of Crisco. I already got it in here creaming, and but excuse the mixer. I try to talk over it as much as I possibly can, and you're gonna kind of beat that to fluffy. Once again, what I told you guys, always remember that you're gonna have stuff well incorporated. And I might not have told you this here, but I know I told you in the other video, but your butter and your eggs, when you baking the cake, just about anything, it's always best to have that at room temperature. And I'm gonna tell you a little tip. If you forget to leave your eggs and stuff out, because you always let mine sit out maybe anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. They're just where especially in the summertime, they not even take as long. 3 to 4 hours before I consider it room temperature. But if you forget to leave your eggs out, I know. If you can get you a bowl of warm water, hot water, and you set them eggs over in there and just kind of let them sit over there maybe about 10, 15 minutes, it will warm your eggs up. But eggs always mix well when they are at room temperature, even if you were fixing something for breakfast. Okay, this is, I got all this together while I was off camera, and I think it's about done. Need enough. Try to show you guys what it's kind of looking like. Well, you can see some of it on that blade right there. It's creamy. It's been creaming for approximately, because it was so, room temperature, I say probably about 3, what'd you say, Chuck, about 3 minutes. Okay. A little bit more, get it right down, all right. And I'm gonna go ahead on and add my sugar. getting over here on the side of it, out the way of that blade. That's that 1 cup of white sugar. And you know I told you guys that I just go head on and I don't be adding my sugar and stuff spoon by spoon, teaspoon by teaspoon. Now let me find my little light brown sugar. And this is that 1 cup of light brown packed sugar. Seeing it kind of hard. Just sitting in that bowl for a minute. Break it up a little bit. What are you trying to do? I told you this here. I said industrial, but commercial. This is a powerful mixer. Like if you was using a regular hand mixer or something like that, you would be adding this stuff in a little smaller proportion at, you know, several intervals. But this thing is supposed to be stronger, and I tested it all the time. Been had it for quite a few years, and it's what it said it is. So I'm gonna get that blended up in there. I really wanted to talk to y'all about the I was gonna do a little test on how I'm gonna do the giveaway. My daughter had wanted me to do a little sample as to how we gonna judge the giveaway, and she was just trying to tell me at one video, ask a question and have you guys leave the comment, and then we choose from that comment. I was gonna do that, but I might do it in my. I'm gonna be doing putting up another video today or tomorrow, and I'll probably do that little sample in there because, like I told you, I got a little thrown off this morning when I had to answer that phone. The reason I was answering the phone, my daughter had called me earlier before I had came on camera, asking me to pray for her friend and all the soldiers down at this military base naval base where she lived, that they had an active shooter in there. And so me and my husband went to prayer, went into prayer with that. And it just, that kind of bothers you. It may not be my child directly, I don't care who it is, but somebody, children or lives and stuff is in danger because the adversary is doing what God, the scripture tells us he's doing. He's being busy. It just upset me. Even though when I went into prayer, I put it in God's hands. It don't work that quick. It just kind of thrown me out because she was telling me her friend was really upset. And I had, was praying for God to comfort her and give her the strength as to what she's got to go through, especially try to give her some comfort in not knowing what's going on, because everything is still active. When by the time you get this video, I hope it's over with, and all the peoples out there that was in danger, God sent his protective angels down to protect them and shield them, because whatever goes on to me, it's all in God's will. But what we have to pray for is comfort and strength, that he would help us to go through that. And it takes some time. When you ask God to help you with something, some people think, well, I've heard a lot of people say, "If right now, Lord, right now, Lord." In my case, it don't be right. I don't get it right now. I have prayed for healing and comfort and understanding in several things. And really true, I prayed a long time before I got at a point where I know that I had just been delivered from it. It didn't happen overnight. Now for you it may happen overnight, I don't know. But with me, it's always been a process. So that's how I can only act what it is for me, okay? I didn't tell you guys this when I was giving you the ingredients about the nuts. I told you 1 cup of nuts, and I just said nuts, but this is 1 cup of pecans. 1 cup of pecans, okay? All right. Okay, I'm going to be adding my eggs one at a time. But you know how that goes. I say one at a time. I be scared sometimes because I don't think I had this him. But the devil being so busy today, he ain't gonna bother me. So yeah, he will bother me. I don't even like to give him no credit or whatever. I'm gonna do it like this, because I be done messing around And cut this mix up high in that egg to be every which way. To get my mind off of things, you guys, I'm going to tell you, I had a person to send me a comment. I might have told you that. And she had, well, I had one young man to send me a comment and was asking, he wanted to know how long I beat the eggs. Like when I'm putting them in here now, he wanted to know how long you beat in between when you tell them mix well in between. And I told him maybe about 30 seconds. Or then, the way, you know, it ain't really that big a deal. But I told him 30 seconds. And then one lady, she, in order for her to come back with a not so nice comment, she asked me, she said, how long do you beat eggs? And I didn't know whether she was talking about beating eggs for, or she must have thought I was so wrong or so awkward what I had said to that young man. She said, how long do you beat eggs? And I didn't, and that wasn't enough information. I was like, did she just got them out the refrigerator? We're trying to beat them up for breakfast or what? She didn't say. And so I told her maybe anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes if the egg was at room temperature or whatever. Can you believe that woman was so petty that she came back with a comment? Let me put another egg, you guys. She came back with a comment and said, she been baking for many years and she let her egg, and I think that she had this kind of got from what I said to that on that young man comment, and she probably really didn't know. I don't know what she said. She had been a baker for many years, and she only let her egg bake, beat 1 minute in between or whatever. And I'm saying, I replied back to her because let me tell you guys, some people be thinking that, hey, it's okay, don't pay these people any attention and all that kind of stuff, and ignore it and say God bless them and all that. All that is just a bunch of mess. You ask God to bless you, because you asking God to bless somebody that is intentionally mean and doing mean things and don't want to be blessed. Read your scripture. You're going to see it ain't no God blessing in there. These people got to go to God and repent and do and start doing right before God going, you know, bless them. You ask God to help you to deal with these type of people. And she wrote back and was saying all kind of, she said, I didn't mean to be, she said, since I was so negative in my comment, she gonna send me a nasty comment, and then I reckon she gonna direct how I answered it. And cause I told her that, I told her that when she came back and said that how long the bacon, I was like, well, why didn't you ask me? I have a lot of people that ask and comments what really want to know something. So why are you wasting my time with that? And I know people say my kids and my husband so ignore it. That's what's wrong with the world now. People have ignored and accept so much unnecessary bad behavior till it's over the top. Because the first thing a person can say, to be nasty and rude to a person is, it's my opinion. Okay, yeah, it's your opinion, and you got the freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff, the rights to say what you want to say, but you also got to know that it is consequences to your rudeness and your negative. You got the right to your opinion to be rude, and I got the right to come back and clap back at you. And I ain't got, if it ain't being nice, I ain't got no nice to say. And I'm not gonna sit up and lie to God and say God bless him. How's God gonna bless somebody knowing that I'm not meaning that? I may get there later on, but right at the minute when you being rude to me, I'm not saying no God bless you. You better ask God to bless yourself. I ask God to help me to deal with the adversary. That's what I do. You can ask God to bless a person like that all day long. If they ain't interested in it and ain't willing to and don't want to, it ain't doing no good. You wasting your time. Sometimes I be wondering what Bible do some people be reading, or what parts do they read, or do they know how to rightly divide the word? Because, you know, all that stuff they be saying about all things acceptable. Like with this here say and do what you want to say. It's consequences to it. You can say what you want to say, but if you get all you can have harassing speech, threatening speech. So it's consequences to it. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all what that look like. I got the eggs well blended in there. You can see right there on this here mixer. And you know what I'm gonna go in with next, you guys? I told you. I always go head on at that point and put my flavors in there. Usually I have all this pulled up in a bowl, so I won't have to do that. But you know, on camera. But I told you, I like wasting that little extra amount of flavor over in there. Make it good. Is my flavor open? I don't think it's open. I know good well I used this butter flavor before. It's just light in that white spoon, and with these lights in my eyes, I can't see what's going on. It's open. There's 1 teaspoon of that. And if I spill a little extra, that's good. I'm pretty sure I did because I couldn't see it even coming out. That was the butter. This vanilla's cooperating. I should appreciate it. So that's your 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Hey, let me add just, this cake is for a special friend, so I want to add just a little bit more. I want it to be very special for her. This is a new friend that I'm baking this cake for. That's when y'all gonna get a slice of this today. I'm gonna be shipping this out to one of my cyber friends. See, God works through everything. He works through cyberspace and all. He's in all things. Okay, let me set this over here, but I'm gonna beat this a minute. Then we're gonna start adding our flour. Remember, you guys, make sure everything is blended well. Okay, this is my 3 cups of flour with the half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of sugar, and the cinnamon mixed all up in it. I look like my cinnamon got sifted that well in there. Oh well, I bet you it'll be mixed up when this mixer get through with it. Okay. Usually recipes will tell you to put about 1/3 and all that stuff in there. Add a 1/3 of the flour, then half of the milk, whatever. But like I told you, this is a powerful mixer, and I'm just gonna put the I usually put more. And put some of the milk in there. Soft the bowl. Get that little bit off the bowl, and it's gonna be right on my clothes. I had a young lady that sent me a funny comment about, you know, when I told y'all about how my granddaughter wanted me to put that mix on high so the flour and stuff, the mixture can splatter everywhere. She thought that would be fun. And she said that she had wanted, I can't remember it now because like I told you, my mind is not what it said, but she had wanted her mama to do the same thing, and it just tickled me so bad. Like I say, I'm not going to let the adversary cut my joy and happiness that I'm getting out of it, because I have encountered some very, very nice people doing these videos. So I know God is able. Trying to think of something else to talk about while we beat this cake. I don't want to go off the camera. I'm hoping that situation is all over with. That's what got me on edge. By the time I do my next video, I hope that everything will be settled. I pray that everything will be settled, but there's nothing I can do but put it in God's hands. But that still don't make you be feeling that, you know, concerned about people. I don't make no excuse for the way I handle things because God made me. And He's the only one can make me better and help me where I'm at. Meet my needs as to where I'm at as the type person I am. You know that story about the snowflake story? How 1 billion snowflakes fall in a minute, but ain't no two of them the same. Now whether that's true or not for some of you scientists or scholars and stuff, oh yes it is, or done got out there and measured the snowflakes and all that jazz or whatever you want to say, because I'll tell you now, I met some good people and I met some seriously petty people. And because I don't, you know, in real life, I don't have to deal with people like that. Because if you try to act a certain kind of way, I just totally dismiss you and just keep it moving. Give it they say give it this 15 minutes, I give it this 15 seconds, and I'll leave that alone. Okay, so let me scrape down the bowl. Give it a scrape down before I put the next round of flour in there, you guys. Like I say, this cake is for, if you're watching it, she know who it is. I'm not going to call no names or stuff like that unless the person tell me to. But if my mama always told me one kindness deserve another. Not that you're trying to pay somebody back for doing stuff, but I believe in that. And I'm just like a caring and giving and sharing person. And I just want to I love doing stuff nice for people. Cause you ain't got to be out of a whole bunch of money to be nice and just do kind things for people. Just what type of person I am. I always have been. And just about anybody that really knows me well know that this is nothing new for me. See, can I put all that up in there? Not dumping half of it on the floor. My grandbaby would say, ooh, Nana, that's fun. Nana, you got a lot of it over here. I said, okay. Now you get it up for Nana. She didn't see it. Get it up for me, okay? She real smart. She can get over there and get it up. But we just have, me and my baby granddaughter, we have so much fun in the kitchen. When she's come, you know, they're not down. Okay. Put some milk up in there, Claire. I'm trying to learn how to, you know, I told you guys I was trying to learn how to multitask it, which I can multitask it pretty good. But Doing these videos is so new to me, trying to talk and explain things as I go. I just started imagining myself in the kitchen with my grandbaby. Because I was thinking about, oh, you got some cooks that know everything. They don't need to know this and then whatever they don't know. The younger people like 14, 15 years old, people start cooking. I start cooking real early, so you don't never know who will be watching the video trying to learn. So I want to make sure I have all the important steps up in there. Okay, you guys, the camera cut off on me, and but I think I managed to get the cake finished pretty well beaten. And the next and the final ingredients to be added is the pecans. And I want to try to give you a quick as to how I do that, because it don't. Well, I don't do much mixing once I put these pecans in. But sometimes I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put them on in, and then I'm gonna take the spatula and stir it, because I already have my pecans pretty well. Started kind of slow, just stirring it like I would be stirring it with a spoon. Pretty well grind up. This is all of it need, and I don't need that mixer to be doing no extra with it. But look, let me show you this. What I was thinking to show you. I'm going to put it in this here. I think this is a 9-inch tube pan. I'm going to put it in this. This is what I'm going to bake it in. And like I told you, it'll be baking for an hour and 15 minutes. And start it out in a cold oven at 325. And then you do your checking for done. Okay, you guys. That's all that's probably going to need. And I'm going to take my spatula. I'm going to take my spatula and do like the final stirring of it. I ain't going to get my blade off right now, because that would be absolutely too messy. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead on and end this video. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna end this video since we're having camera problems. But I will come back and show you the my husband will come back and show you the finished product. And the reason I'm gonna go ahead, I'm not gonna come back and give you a slice, because this cake is going to a very special person. I'll clean it up. I was just gonna show you some of what the mixture stuff is looking like. That's all. And then finish stirring the pecans in there. Can you see? Y'all guys see? And I have to say, you guys, let's pray for all that is involved in that active shooter situation at the naval base. Let's pray for them. And I appreciate you coming in, watching another one of my videos. I plan on having plenty more after Christmas. I'm still gonna be working on some of the subscriber requests, but I'm gonna add some of my little recipes in between. Like the next video that I'm gonna show you, it's gonna be a good video for your kids out of school over the Christmas holidays or whatever. A little dish that I think that they would like. So I'm about to get to the point. I'm gonna have to get me a little sign telling you to thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that notification button to be notified. Leave me a nice comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Okay, you guys, this is the finished product of the brown sugar pound cake. And you know, I told you I couldn't share a slice of this with you because I'm sending it to a new dear cyber friend. And once you get it, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to put it in the freezer and let it freeze for a couple of days, and then I'll be shipping it out. And I hope you enjoy it. I've never shipped one of these before, but I have shipped cakes all the way to Afghanistan, and they arrived in good shape. But I always freezes my cakes first before I send them. That's the reason I'm not big on that's. Well, I have never shipped out a layer cake, but this is it. And this cake is delicious. With a cup of coffee, you will get hooked on it, because I know I did at one point. Or either you can have a bowl of ice cream. Sometimes I make up my own little glazes and put on it if I'm going to have somebody over for lunch or dinner, or have guests that's at the house. I may put a little old light glaze on it. And most of the glazes that I put on it is something that I, may think of that's suited for the occasion. And what I was telling y'all about earlier, the active shooting. By the time you guys see this video, you'll be done heard it on the news and everything. Let's keep them families in prayer that was affected by it. And it was bad, anytime somebody going out there doing something like that, that's bad. And I know you will hear it in the news. It was on the naval base down in Pensacola, Florida. So we're going to be lifting up those families that is affected by this here tragedy in prayers. And you guys have a good day, good weekend, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.